a preteen when my parents got remarried. I remember how hard it was to adjust to sharing both my parents with other people. Then add step siblings into mix, and just being a typical adolescent, it was a mess for me and for my parents having to deal with me and all my emotions. If my parents and I had just had a few helpful tips through this process, so many things would have been different. For those of you who have a student who's trying to navigate the world of step parents, here are a few helpful tips to make the situation a little easier. 1, validate your students' feelings. It's common for students to feel a variety of emotions about a divorce and remarriage. They may feel betrayed that a parent decided to leave the marriage, angry about the divorce, bitter that the step-parent is taking the time and attention of their biological parent, or confused about how to feel about this new step-parent and step-siblings. Students are often left with opposing feelings. They may feel relief that their parents aren't fighting anymore and they aren't together, but also feel a void about not having them together in their lives. Student needs help processing these feelings. You can help by giving your student permission to feel whatever emotion they're experiencing, creating a safe place for them to share these feelings, and provide the language to name or explain contradictory or confusing reactions to the new situation. Secondly, encourage using family routines to build bonds. The words blended family imply that you can come together by spending time all together. If that works for you, great, do it. Sit down together for dinner, Friday board night games, special weekend breakfasts, whatever works for your blended family. Use these opportunities to develop relationships, strengthen bonds, and create shared experiences. For many step families, spending time all together as a step family can be exactly when the challenges are most intense. If that's the case, do more one-on-one time so that each relationship gets what's needed. Third, communicate, communicate, communicate. Although you don't want to badger your student with constant check-ins, it's important to give them frequent opportunities to express how they feel about the new family arrangement. It may be as simple as asking, "How are you feeling about your step-parents living with us now?" Or, "What's something your step-parent could do to help make this transition easier for you?" If conversations are too direct, try emailing, texting, or using a shared journal to write back and forth to each other. With younger students, you may try role-playing with dolls or toys or drawing a story together about how the student is feeling. Be on the lookout for nonverbal cues as well. Also, it's hard for students when each parent has different rules, values, and expectations. It's even harder when each parent cannot come to some sort of middle ground regarding rules, values, and expectations. Allow your student to talk about these frustrations and be an open ear if they need it. Talk to them about what they wish could be happening and how it makes them feel when one parent allows one thing and another parent allows something different. Encourage them to share their feelings and thoughts with their parent and how they wish they could. But at the same time, encourage common ground and pray that the families can find it together for the sake of their child. Also, be respectful of the other parent, even if you don't like them. The best thing you can do for your student is not talk negatively about the parent or step-parent that maybe you don't like. No matter what, these are your students' parents, and they love them, even if they can't see their flaws. Offer them a place to know that they can talk freely without any negative comments or feedback. The best way to do this is by asking open-ended questions instead of offering advice or comments. You may see the flaws in one parent, but your student doesn't need to see them. Also, ask about the student's time at the other parent's house. Show interest in what they're doing in both places, not just one house. Students will sometimes have a preferred house or maybe one that they live at more often. Talk to them about each house and what kinds of things they're doing. There's no need to ask specifics about a step-parent or what they did. Instead, talk about the family as a whole. Don't downplay any activities if it's something you would typically do. Allow them to make memories and spend time doing activities that are best for that household. Also, don't make students choose between parents and step-parents. This makes things tough on everyone. Students should be allowed to love each parent and their step-parent equally, even if they see a parent through a different lens. Encourage your relationship with each parent and speak highly of them no matter what. Our students have enough time in their lives to feel guilty about. Having to choose one parent over the other shouldn't be one of them. Lastly, be praying for your student as they navigate this new world of having a blended family. Your prayer could sound something like this: Father, thank you for the gift of family and for this new family being bonded for my student. It may not be the family they choose, but it's the one you are blessing them with right now. May they see their family as such. When it gets difficult and they struggle with their new family and their new step family, help them see through your eyes and see that you love them. Give them a tender heart when it's easier to be hard-hearted. May they also know that I'm always here for them with an open ear. In your name, amen.